Hey guys, welcome to LA Love Creative, and today we're doing a review on the Osmo Pocket 4K camera. My initial thoughts on it, and is it a good buy? Now, the Osmo Pocket was an interesting camera. I recently had a trip to Barcelona and Amsterdam, and it gave me a chance to really mess with the camera and see my initial thoughts on it. And what a better place to test out a camera than Amsterdam and Barcelona, such beautiful places, and had a blast out there messing around with the camera and doing a little bit of work and a little bit of fun. Now, the Osmo Pocket is an interesting camera, to be honest. It's somewhere in between a Mavic and a cell phone gimbal mixed together. It's a lot of different things. And initially when I first saw the camera, I thought to myself, I don't know if this is actually something for me. At its best, it is a really capable gimbal. It is a leap forward in a great direction, I think, for DJI. And it has a lot of quirks that I'm not too much of a fan of, but at the same time, I think we have a lot of potential here with this camera. Now, there's a few things I liked about the Osmo. One was the image. Now, when you first look at the Osmo, you are kinda underwhelmed because of the small screen. When you're looking on the image, you're messing around with it, you really can't get an idea of how it looks. It's not until you actually connect your phone to your camera where you actually see the potential of the Osmo Pocket. The 4K image is actually quite good. I found myself very pleased with when I was shooting in Barcelona and in Amsterdam. In bright situations where there's actually enough light and you don't have to crank up the ISO, the Osmo is quite powerful. It's an image I think would surprise a lot of people if they actually didn't know where the images came from. The 4K 60 on the Osmo Pocket is pretty good, and yes, I said 4K 60, the Osmo Pocket has it. And I find that it actually looks pretty good in compared to cameras that don't have 4K 60 and cameras that actually do. The image in low ISOs is quite good, but if you have to bump the ISO, that's when you start to see a lot of noise. It has a 1-inch sensor, so the Osmo Pocket's not gonna be a low light king in any regard, and everyone kinda knows that. But if you really just expose and keep your ISO lower and have situations where there's more light, the image is pretty good. What I don't like about the Osmo Pocket is its sensor. As much as the 4K is pretty good, I wish there was more of a depth of field with these images. And I know that has to do with the fact that it's a small device. They're trying to jam pack a lot into it, but I think for future Osmo Pockets, it would be great to have more of a blurry background when shooting. As far as design, what I love about the Osmo Pocket is its portability. I love the fact that you can be discreet. You can sneak into places with it and no one knows what you're doing. I was in situations in Barcelona and Amsterdam where cameras weren't allowed, and I was just sneaky like that, and I love that. But on the same note, the design and the portability, I wish it was a little bit bigger. I wish that the sensor was bigger so we had more depth of field, and then also I wish that the screen was bigger so we could actually see the image on the Pocket without actually having a phone attached to it, because a lot of times, yes, you can discreetly film with the Osmo, but it's hard to see what you're filming with the tiny screen on the back of it. Another thing I love about the Osmo Pocket is actually the time-lapse feature. I didn't really get a chance to mess around with it too much. I was filming for work out in Barcelona and in Amsterdam, but at the same time, I love the time-lapse feature. I think it's awesome that you can set points. It'll set a path for the Osmo, and it will actually move to whatever spot you want, making motion time-lapse. This device really wins when it comes to time-lapses. I like the autofocus on the Osmo Pocket. Yes, sometimes it does pulsate when it searches for faces or searches for whatever you're trying to get in focus. Aside from the pulsating, sometimes the Osmo Pocket's autofocus is quite good. So should you get a Osmo Pocket? If you're a travel videographer, travel vlogger, a professional videographer, it's a good addition. I'm not gonna say it's a must-have, but it's something that if you really wanna do motion time lapses, or if you need A, B, should be ABC. This is probably like a D cam? D cam. It's not a C cam, more like a D cam. And if you need a D cam, I think it's a good addition for your kit. However, the price tag, I feel, it's gonna sway a lot of people. $350 I felt was a little too much for a product like this, especially since I feel that this is just the tip of the iceberg for DJI. What excites me the most about the Osmo Pocket is the future of this device. I really like the fact that DJI is actually innovating this device. They are trying to make better and better products every year. And I feel that the Osmo Pocket, if they could just take the Mavic Pro 2 and the gimbal technology that they have on the Pocket and mix it together with a bigger screen and make it a larger device, charge more, I don't care. I really feel like they would have something on their hands. DJI, I can't even say your name. DJI, if you're listening, please do that. But that's all I have to say today. If you like this video, make sure you share, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time. See you later.